Let's go. It's even deeper than what he's talking about. He's talking about paperwork. Okay? Arms and legs. Let's warm up the arms and legs. If that talk was not good, some people sometimes don't like the things we talk about. But that was before class, so you can't judge me on that. Class is now started. We're here. We're happy to have you guys here. Let's discuss what really matters, okay? Body fold takedowns and shrimp escapes. Arms relaxed, arms swinging side to side. Ah, my shoulder's getting better. Hands, ankles. Yeah, other ankle, wrist. I've been liking this wrist. Good. Figure eight. Doing a figure eight with your nose, like an infinity sign. Other direction. Nice. And now elbow flexion, extension. Good. Hands on your hips, circles. Anybody's very first day today? Anybody's first time joining us? Leo? Nice. Leo and? Mir? Mir. Me here. Good to meet you guys. Well, not meet you, but good to see you guys here. After class, you can hang out for a few minutes and we could hear where you're from. Other direction. Okay, let's break the fall. Fold your legs like this, jump up in base, break the fall. Look how I fold one leg under the other, and then I put my hands down on the side of my down knee, and I jump back up. Yep. Two more. Break the fall, hands down, jump up. Oops, okay. Jump up. Nice. Now we stay down. Good. Throw your legs to the side. Yeah. Today's standing technique, the body fold takedown. Side to side. Good. And then here, frog. Knees together, stretching, and then tuck your toes in, sit on the toes. Tuck your chin in and relax. Relax. Good. Okay. So, body fold takedown is the idea that once you grab a hold of somebody, and you learn that in future classes, we'll talk about how when somebody attacks us, we want to cover our heads, step in, and grab a hold of someone. When you grab a hold of somebody, something you can do from that control is take them down. But before taking them down, the focus should be good hip control and good base. Don't be in a hurry to bring them to the ground. Be in a hurry to not lose control of their hips and to not lose your balance. So imagine having one leg kind of forward and wrapping around someone's waist and then grab your own wrist. Now from here, drop a little bit. Yes, a comfortable amount. Pull their hips in close. And now move around and move without stepping too big. Very small steps. This is you keeping your balance. Now from here, we're gonna lower a level and pull their hips in tighter. Do a little lift up. And now watch my upper body. It folds forward. And I do a step and put my hands on the ground. And I crawl down. So just that motion of stepping forward and putting your hands down and crawling and dropping. Do that a few times, 3 times. Step forward, bend your knees, and then hook and go down.
Nice, Antonio.
Last one, step forward, bend your knees, crawl, and drop. Now, back to what I said. Controlling the person's waist. Wrap around the waist, grab onto the wrist. Thumbless grip, bend your knees. Pull the hips in tight. Moving, controlling, knees bent, holding tight. Now, I lower a little bit. Pull them in tighter, lift and fold. Step forward, hands out, and go to the ground.
Very good, Daniela. Yeah.
Eddie, right here, please. So if you, here, I enter, boom. I grab a hold of him. I lower, lift, fold, step, hands. Boom, and go to the mount. Thank you.
Welcome.
Hands up. Put your hands up one time. And go ahead and step forward. And then imagine your arms touching someone's body. And now wrap their waist. Wrap the waist. Whatever arm wraps, you grab that wrist. Wrap, grab that wrist. You see how the leg that I put forward? That's the wrapping arm. Grab that wrist. Leg, wrap. Do 2 of those. Leg, wrap. Leg, wrap. Hold tight. Knees bent. Moving, moving. Controlling. Base. Now, lower a level. Pull them in tight. Lift an inch. Fold 12 inches. Step. Hands. And go to the ground. Body fold. Takedown. Last
awesome,
one.
Ollie. Very good, James.
I like this. Step, wrap, grab. Step, wrap, grab that wrist. Step, as you wrap, you grab that wrist. One more. Step, wrap, grab it. Bend your knees. Moving, controlling. Keep their hips controlled. And don't lose your balance. Don't cross your feet. And then lower a level. Pull their hips in. Fold. Step. Hands down. Follow them to the ground.
Beautiful, Joshua and partner. Very good.
We're putting our hands out. Joshua and Mark. Yeah. We're putting our hands out so our hands don't end up trapped underneath the person's body. It doesn't allow us to have the best control in the landing. So once you land, you're in the mount. We would like to drop our hooks in. Hip pressure, hands out. That would be the goal. That's discussed further in class 3. But now you don't do that. You stay upright. You get pushed off. Boom, you lose the mount. Anytime you lose, most times when you lose the mount in a pushing manner, you roll over and they end up here. He was under me, he threw me off. If Eddie stands up and he breaks away, stands up, I want my feet on his hips. Okay, if he backs away, I follow him. Now, something that he might do from up here, a little closer, is throw my legs to the side. Boom, and now jump on top of me. Boom, from here. So that's his way of getting around my legs. Because my legs are not making his job of inflicting pain on me very possible. They're good, punch me in the face, punch forward. Boom, they're good distance keepers. So today, shrimp escape, 3 slices. Anytime somebody gets on the side mount or right before they achieve the side mount, okay? We're gonna block their body and we're gonna shoot our leg across their belly and one leg over the back. As we extend our body and move away, we put our foot to the ground, we hip out and put them in the guard, all while having some head control. But the first part of this is when Eddie throws my legs to the side, freeze. I don't want to just turn on my side and stay here. I want to bring my legs back in. So, thank you.
Wow.
So our ability to, let's let our legs, everybody put your legs up in the air. Watch how I'm going to throw my legs. Watch my hips. They swing out, but then I walk back, I turn back. So whatever direction you want, throw your legs in one direction, swivel your hips and walk them back where they came from. Or spin your way back where they came from. Legs are up, they fall. Swivel my hips, boom, come back, come back. And the idea is to bring your legs back between you and the person who just threw them out of the way. Last one, legs fall, turn, walk, come back, legs are up again. Yes, very important skill. The other guy grabs one of your ankles. Should we let them try to throw us to the side? Yes, and the question Hyung Soon's asking is, if someone grabs your ankle up here, so if someone grabs my ankle, should I do something with my other foot or let them throw it? How should we behave when someone grabs? In a future class, throw my leg, we'll teach you how to use their grab against them. That's class number 18, I want to say. Punch block series, stage 5. But we can also kind of kick our way out of that. We can also kick their knee and ask for space. So you can do many things. Sometimes they grab and throw your legs so fast that you don't have the time or the reflexes to maybe do class 18, and they get your legs to the side, and that brings us to where we are now, which is what? Eddie throws my legs to the side, and I turn. He's so quick. I wasn't able to walk my legs back between him and I. He drops to his knees, freeze. He wants to lay on me. Hopefully before he gets there, I do this. Go ahead, block his body, and then I shoot my knee across his belly and my leg over his back. It's called the block and shoot. From here, I extend my body away, and now with both hands kind of checking his arms and controlling his head, I shoulder walk back so I can get my foot on the ground. Once my foot is down, I move my hips this way. And look, it helps me free my foot. So we have 2 legs. I have one knee as he approaches, freeze. We have the knee across the belly, and we have the free leg. The free leg's over the back. The knee across the belly is still trapped. Okay, so we'll have a trapped leg and a free leg. I extend my body. I shoulder walk back. I put my trapped leg on the floor, and now I move my hips out to the side of my trapped leg, and I recover guard. And therefore, I have 2 free legs now. So let's start with this drill of just doing this. On your side a little bit, you're gonna block. I like to have my arms like this so that my bottom knee can shoot through my arms. You see that? As if it's shooting across the person's hip. So I'm blocking, and then I bring my hands together, bottom knee through, other leg up in the air. Again, reset. 3 more, shoot it, boom. 2
Very
more.
nice, Adam.
On my side,
Perfect
blocking,
squat.
boom. Last one,
Very nice, Keith.
blocking, legs.
Awesome,
There it
Harrison.
is. So that's the block and shoot. Now, check this out. After I shoot my legs, there's no person here. So I put both feet, look, on the ground. Now that allows me to do this, to straighten out my body. And then I'm gonna go ahead now and put my leg that would have been over the back in the air. And now, what do I have? A trapped foot, which is usually across the body. It's gonna be down for now, but I move back a little bit, and then it's really down, and now I move my hips to the side of the trapped foot. Boop, neck hug, guard is established. So,
Awesome, Aaron.
everyone's down, throw your legs, boom, into position. Allow both feet to go to the ground, and then straighten your body out. Now put the one that's on top back over the body. Nice. Now maybe wiggle back a little more, and as you're kind of controlling the head and blocking punches, the foot on the ground, your hips go to that side. Boom, pull the leg out and hug. Yes.
Very good, Banvisa.
This is guard recovery. Or it's kind of not even guard recovery. It's guard maintenance. Because did the person ever fully establish the side mount? Not really, right? They never got past your guard. They kind of threw your legs out of the way, and you just kind of like, boop, 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 boop. They're back in the guard. So it's not quite guard recovery yet. Let's do it again. They're approaching. Block the body. Shoot the knee across, leg over the back. And then legs down. Extend the body. Leg back in the air. If you want to put it on your knee, it's good, or keep it up. And now as I hold the head, I hip out and I free the trapped foot. Back to the guard, back to stage one. Yes, welcome, Christopher. Again, we're down. We're on our sides. Somebody throws our legs out of the way and they approach from the side mount. Block their body, shoot the bottom knee across their waist and the other one over the back. Feet down, body straightens out. Leg over their body. Your foot is still stuck. Hip out to that side. Free the foot, cross the feet, hug the neck.
Very good, Leo.
Check this out. Whenever you guys move your hips this way, this arm hugs the neck. You see that? Whenever you move your hips this way, this arm hugs the neck. This is an important understanding to have. You don't have to think about which hand hugs the neck. What you know is that if my hips are moving that way, which shoulder am I using on the ground? The other one. You see that? So this arm can't quite hug, but this one can. So that's important because, one more time, do the shrimp escape again. Go ahead and shoot your legs into position. And you're on your side. Drop your feet to the ground. Straighten your body. Leg back over the back. So if I'm gonna move my hips out to the side of the trapped foot, then that arm also hugs the neck. And then I cross. And believe it or not, I see people all the time hugging the neck with the awkward arm because remember, hugging the neck is doing what for us? It's keeping the person close, which essentially it's distance management. It's keeping us safe from punches. So sometimes it's hard to change hands on the head because what happens if you let go of the head for too long, you fear that they're gonna break free and they're gonna punch you. But when you trust that you can switch the hand off and it's just as tight, if not tighter, than keeping one the whole time. And that's because you're doing the one that's more comfortable when you switch. So don't be too fixed on head control. That's called the block and shoot. It's called that why? Because you block the person's body and you shoot your legs into place. Sometimes though, you block the person's body and he gets to the side already right here. A little more, a little more, a little more. Sometimes I block his body. Boom, but he gets too close. So now look, my knee doesn't fit. So now I use my foot and I move my hips away. I shrimp and then I shoot my legs into place. Same movement, except with my foot on the ground, my hips move away first. And that creates the space that I need to insert my knee. So on our backs, just do the shrimp movement. One leg is straight, one is bent. My hips move out. And then watch, I pull my hip back in. Switch legs. One foot on the ground, one leg straight. And then I roll to the side a little bit of the leg that is straight. With my foot and my shoulder, I move my hips out the back. And then I come back in. And I switch my legs. Which way do I roll? To the side of the straight leg. And my hips move back and they come back in. Switch legs again. So I'm not really going anywhere, right? We're just going side to side, move my hips away, and then bring my hips back in. And 2 more. Switch legs, legs straight, hip away, and come back in.
That's so cool. The whole
Hips.
family doing it.
Hips, and we got it. Good, okay. So now, after you do what? Put your legs straight. Well, you don't have to actually put your legs straight when doing the variation. What you need though is to know which way your hips are moving. After my hips move, look, hips move, now I do the same thing. Eddie, right here, please. And something that you're gonna only truly understand when there's a body on top of you is how much you have to move your hips. Right now, all you gotta know is that when there's no space, you make space. But in the future, you will learn that when I do this, look, whoop, I probably moved my hips like, I don't know, 7 inches. You don't need as much of a shrimp as you think you do, okay? So keep that in mind for later when you have a body on top of you. For now, do whatever shrimp makes sense. Everyone's down. We're blocking the person's hip with our bottom arm, okay? The side we're facing, it's where somebody is. And now you move your hips a little bit, shoot both legs. Feet down, which means what? On their body. Extend your body straight, leg back in the air. And now shoulder walk back, free the trapped foot, hug the neck and guard. Again.
Awesome, Steve. Very good, Santos.
Person lands in the side mount. Hugging their neck, block their hip. Foot in the ground, shoot your hips away. Shoot the knee across the belly and leg over the back simultaneously. Both feet on the ground.
Great, Noah.
Extend the body straight. Leg over the back. Foot down, hip out, and guard. Now check this out. Sometimes when Eddie side mounts me, or in many cases, here, my arm happens to be across his neck. And my hand anchors his shoulder. He doesn't like this. Okay, now if my hand is like this, floating, he can push his neck down a little stronger towards me like that, go back. But if my hand does this, look, push it down. If my hand anchors onto his shoulder, it's much stronger. So having a frame makes the shrimp and shoot that much easier. Don't underestimate the power of a hand anchoring their shoulder and the blade of your arm in their neck. It's probably one of the most, I would say it's like top 3 things that will make me change my grip, my control, my position. If Henner frames my neck, I'm quickly running and moving to go somewhere where his frame is not gonna be in place, because it truly does lift me up and therefore takes the pressure off of him. When you shoot the shin across the belly, is it better to catch the toes on the hip or come as deep as possible with the foot between the knees? Great question. So Adam's asking, when you shoot the knee across the belly, let's do this side right here. Do I want my toes to catch the hip, or do I want to shoot it so far across that maybe my foot already lands between his legs? So, the answer is both are okay. What happens is this: the tighter someone's trying to hold you down, the closer someone is being to you, the more difficult it is to get anything more than your shin across the belly and your toes on the hip. So I always aim for shin across, toes on the hip. It's not even aiming for that. I don't even think that I'm aiming for that. I'm just shooting my legs as far as they can go. And they probably never go any further because the top people are holding tight. So there's very little space. If more happens, great, run with it and use that. But I would say that I can almost guarantee that I will get my toes so far across that my foot will catch their hip 99.99% of the time because of my good block and the speed and the amount of which I use him. See, he, stay right here like this, don't move. See, I use him to move me. You see how I create such a curl that my own body, I go so fast. Now, it's very rare that I go beyond because my foot just happens, you know, it just happens to get stuck. Plus, just so you know, if you, just the biggest thing about this move right here is when you shoot this, boom, as soon as you land, what you want is this. What you want is this. If you shoot this and you delay extending, he can hold me, or even worse, like he can grab, like I would grab like over my neck. Boom, and then fall on your hip over here and hug my thigh with this other arm. Hug my thigh on the inside, hug my thigh on the inside, and fall on your hip, back step. Boom, and go back to your knees. Yeah, like stuff like that. So, let me tell you this. As soon as your knee lands, extend. And now, shoulder walk, foot down, hip out, guard. Everybody's down. Person is too close. Bottom arm blocks the hip. Top foot on the ground. Okay? That's what we're gonna do right now. When the shin comes across the belly, feet down and extend fast. So both legs fly, feet down, straight. Again, reset, reset. Just that part. You can watch it one time. Both legs shoot, feet extend. Again.
Nice, Christopher.
Again, blocking, both legs shoot, feet extend. Now whether you do it from the block and shoot, or this time we shrimp, shoot, block, extend. Now leg over the back, foot down, hip out, guard. Everybody again, block the body, shrimp your hips away, shoot the legs, foot down, extend, yes.
Very good, Starlene.
So just so you know, the speed at which I free my trapped foot, that's not as important as extending my body. You see that? Foot down, hip out. You can wait a second right there. That's not the urgent one. The urgent one is going from the here to this, so that my head, because I want my head out of reach. Okay, both legs shoot. Yes. It's easy to do this, to shoot the legs, to shoot the legs. You see that? I'm already straight. You shot your legs and you're straight at the same time. Foot down, hip out. That's not realistic. Realistic is you shoot your legs, feet down, legs, and then push away. So the extension from the curl to the extension is often skipped. Even partnered, come here please, Eddie, right here. Even when you do it partnered, people sometimes do this. Stay up a little bit, like they go like this. You see, it all happened at once. Is it wrong? No. If it happens like that, I'm happy for you. But know that when he's holding me tight and I shrink, boom, and now I use my shin, it's a separate motion to go from curled to straight. Is that clear to you guys? You understand how it's a separate motion? Your extension is very important. Good. Now, slice number 3. Side control, but the frame is not in place. Okay? If the frame is in place, hug my neck, hold hands tight, Eddie, hold tight. Look at that. Hand on the shoulder, the frame is in place. How do you feel? Horrible.
I don't like it.
Does not feel good. But if the frame is not in place, then, and he's tight and his elbow is heavy next to my hip, it's possible that it's not possible to shrimp. Okay? It's pretty rare that someone holds this tight because most people on top, they want to do things. And then when they do things, they give space. But when someone holds tight, 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 it's an opportunity for you to hug their neck, Put your other hand maybe behind your head so that his hand cannot retract and go boom and punch me in the face. At least not without me sensing it. So neck hug, hand behind the head, my other knee near his body, my foot near his hip, ribs. And now I wait. If he puts his hands down to sit up, because when I don't move, it tells him that he can move. He's gonna maybe sit up to wanna hit me. But I stay connected, and then I block, shrimp, shoot. Block again. And then I do the same thing, extend, shoulder back, foot in the ground. So you see how I'm safe, and now I'm here. If he puts his hands on the ground to sit up, as he sits up, I let go of his arm, I block, shrimp, shoot. The moment my knee's across the belly, my hand goes back to blocking this arm, because I'm facing this way. And now extend, shoulder walk, foot down, hip out, guard. So we'll call this the punch block variation. And we're gonna use our legs to rock us up as if the person is trying to sit up. Okay, so hug the person's neck on your side mount. The side that the person is on, you put that hand behind your head. And now kind of rock your legs and go like this. That is them going from here to sitting up, down to sitting up. They're sitting up, stay back down now. They're sitting up because they want to create space to punch you. So then maybe halfway through a sit-up, block their hip, shrimp, shoot your legs. The blocking the hip hand, block the punch now. And then straighten your body out, foot down, hip out, and guard.
Very good, Kevin.
You don't need to block their hip and shrimp and recover guard at the first window that they give you. Just because they sit up one time doesn't mean you have to let go of that hand behind the head and block. You might wait 2-3 times, no worries. I'm down, I got their neck, I got my hand behind my head. Maybe they move a little bit, I'm sticky, boom, we're up, come back down. They go again, boom. And on the next one, as I go up a little bit, I block the hip, shrimp, shoot the legs. Feet down, block the punch, extend the body. Hip out, free the foot, and guard. Yes.
Very good, Holly.
What I look for to tell me that it's okay to let go of the hand behind the head and put my hand on their hip. What is it? What do you guys think that I'm looking for? What lets me know that it's okay to let go of the hand behind the head and block the hip? Because the hand behind the head is blocking what? The arm that they might punch with. What kind of things am I waiting for? Am I feeling for? Looking for? What am I feeling? Relaxation. Okay, so they are not in attack mode. That is one thing, yes. That question right there. I got it, never mind. Pulling the weight down onto their hands. Yes. So they're not attacking and their hands are weight bearing. If the hand is light and I'm controlling a light hand, I don't move. Eddie's here, please. So if here, let's say, sit up, Eddie. Sit up, take your, but there's no left hand, not on the ground. You see that? It's light. Maybe I push off my feet. Sit up again. Sit up, Eddie, sit up, sit up. Sit up, sit up, sit up. Use your hand, buddy. Yes! Block, shrimp, go. See that? So he wasn't putting his hand down, but eventually, what did you feel? You
Too much weight for me.
You couldn't stay up.
Yeah.
And I pull him down. You couldn't stay up, pull him out. Little pushes, his hands eventually goes down. So, not all bad guys will be as smart as this guy. So, the point is, the weight, the hand will take the weight. And when the hand takes the weight, you at least know you have 1 second to block, boom, boom, shrimp. And then once you block, what do? Go back to the punch. Not that that punch is gonna be like the most dangerous punch ever, but any little punch can be an eye, right? Can be a tooth, a nose, even one punch too many. We don't want to allow it. So let's do this now. Besides the person breaking away to punch you, if Eddie's holding me in the side mount, it's one of my favorite discussions. I can feel there's a certain closeness, his chest, his elbow on my hip, his head, he's holding hands under my shoulder. He might even be squeezing. He's not now, but sometimes he might squeeze a little bit. Now, if he simply lets go of his hands, just your hands, like that, and now he puts his hands on the ground and sits up like 1 inch, boom, it's enough. So it doesn't have to be somebody posturing up, you know, 1.5 feet, 3 feet tall to punch you. They can let go and go like this, and that's enough space. And it's important to know because the opportunity to escape may be available, but you're waiting for some huge posture and some big punch. Don't do that. Everyone's down, hugging the neck, hand behind the head. Person is on top of you, they're tight, they're close, you can't move. But then you feel their hands let go under your neck hugging arms, shoulder, the hands let go. And now they slowly kind of shift their weight back like 1 inch or 2. Block the hip, shrimp, shoot, feet down, extend. Leg over the back, foot down, hip out, guard. I like it. You don't need, yes, it's the beautiful thing, right, about jiu-jitsu, is that you don't need that much. We can make so much possible with so little. How much did he let go of me? Just a little bit, but it's possible. So, we're standing. Any questions on any of these 3 variations of the shrimp escape? I think it's they're all pretty similar, right? It's the same move with 3 different, I guess 3 different moments. Same move, 3 different phases of somebody establishing side control. So we start standing, we have our hands up, we're back, we're keeping the distance. Somebody attacks us, we kind of cover, we grab a hold of their hips. We bend our knees, we're low, we're following. When they slow down, we lower level, pull them in, lift them up, fold them, hands down, boom, fall over to the mount.
Awesome, guys. Yeah.
You fall to the mount, you sit up, boom, you lose your balance. Cross your feet as you swim your hands through, you hug the person's neck. They're in my guard. But now he's so strong, he breaks away. Boom, boom, I lose him in the guard. Now I use my foot down to keep my legs between the person and myself. You might have to move a little bit. If they throw your legs out of the way, turn and run your legs back quick. Yes, no free side mounts. And now they throw it again. You turn, but they land on you. Boom, boom, they're close. Fortunately, your frame is in place and this. So you activate a little bit, you shrimp, you shoot, feet, extend, leg, foot, shrimp, guard.
Very good, Ted and Jenny.
You guys, your legs are so synchronized. Let's do it again. Get up in base. One more. Hands up, fight started. Little distance. You see a window, boom, you come in. You grab the person by their hips. Base, knees bent, never crossing your feet. You're holding them. You lower level, pull them in, lift 1 inch, fold 10 inches, step, hands, and go to the mount.
Perfect, Dante.
Body fold, takedown, you lose your balance, boom, fall over. Before you cross your legs, boom, they push away. Open guard, open guard, open guard, 1 foot down. If they move the other direction, other foot down, whatever direction they're moving. But then they get kind of close, they clear your legs, boom, turn. As they approach, you're fast this time. Knees, block, shoot. Extend, leg over the back, foot down, hip out, guard. And hug the neck. Good work. Questions? Shrimp escape? Okay. I feel good. show me with fingers how many times you've had the shrimp escape class through Zoom. Show me with your fingers how many times you've had it, more or less. And if you don't know, it's like 4 or 5, right? It's what it is. That's great, yes. So 1 time for Mike. Yeah. So lots of, a lot of you saying 3, 4, 5, very good. And those that have had it 1 time, like anything, right? Your first time, it might feel a little heavy, but if you've had it, yeah, 4 times, that is, like anything. We always say, trust the process. Whatever it is that that you learn, just do it again, and again, and again. And it looks like you guys have had it. And obviously, I've been seeing you guys for a while, so it's looking really sharp as a group. We could get a chance close up on how to do the underhook grab on your own head. Yeah, you hold behind your own head like this. So be around their arm and cup your head. Big cup. And it's the kind of thing too, like you get somebody on top of you and you have them, you trap their arm and you say, hey, pull your arm out. 20%, 40%, and they pull their arm a little bit, and then you might have been holding behind the head a little higher or not as wrapped, and then you make small adjustments. We give you the permission to, like, if I tell you, grab like this, and then you grab like this, and it feels better for you, that's okay. Keep grabbing like that. Now, when you come and show me or you ask me, I say, yeah, when you hold like this, we do it for this reason. If you hold like this, it may work. We probably wouldn't recommend this because of this. And you could say, oh wow, I didn't think of that. But it's very important that you allow yourselves to create. Okay, my legs are feeling a little extra arms. My legs are feeling like extra arms. Oh yeah, I always say that, right? Your legs are feeling like arms. I say to people all the time that if I had to, like, it's a very funny, interesting thing. But if I had to amputate 2 limbs, I would cut my arms off before my legs. If I couldn't get prosthetics, I would keep my legs and I would have no arms. I don't know how well thought out that is, but it's just my way of explaining and showing that my legs can do so much. And I don't know about the idea of not being able to run down the beach or the park with my kids, but I'm okay not cooking breakfast for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to skip hikes, but I can skip making breakfast. You can have someone make it for me. Okay. I'm not a hugger anyways. I like to just get hugs. It all works out great. Close your eyes.
So he can choke, guys.
Let's go. I can choke you with my legs though, my triangles. Let's talk about this. Let's visualize what just happened. Closing your eyes, and here's how it goes down. You find yourself getting punched. Someone is kind of overwhelming you with punches from all angles. Your eyes are kind of squinting, half open, half closed, and you can kind of see the person's body. So you just kind of run in, you grab the person's waist. When you control them by the waist, you're holding tight, you bite your teeth. They're still punching you. They're shaking and moving so much that when you're moving, you're almost falling. You almost trip over yourself, but then you kind of bend your knees, you drop your weight, you hold the hips tight. And with that tight control, you find yourself. In the middle of the storm, you say, wow, okay, I found my balance. Once you feel comfortable, it takes you 10, 12, 15 seconds, but then you lower a level, boom, pull the hips in tight and big folds. And they fall flat on their backs. When they fall on their backs, you end up in the mount. Just how we reviewed it earlier. But from the mount, you make the mistake, which so many do, which is they sit up and they begin striking because they think a fight is happening. You guys, you think that a fight is happening, and when a fight happens, what do? You harm the person. But when you do that, you fall off the mount. It's so easy to lose the mount when you're in attack mode. Whereas when you're in control mode, holding the mount is much easier. So you lose the mount and then you fall to the guard. From the guard, They break away, you got one leg up, one leg down. You kind of keep your feet between you and your opponent, and you're in stage 5. This person sees your legs and they tell themselves, I'm gonna clear these legs out of the way. So they throw your legs to the side and they see the side mount and they jump on you. But when they jump on you, you block, shoot, extend, foot down, hip out, guard. They jumped in the air. You blocked them and then they landed in your guard. They don't even know how it happened. They thought they were fast, but you were faster with the block, shoot, extend, foot down, hip out, and close the feet. And then you hug the neck. And now you held the neck snug, stage 1. And then you used the punch block series from class 5 to continue from that moment forward. And open your eyes. Sometimes it's like that, right? It's happened to me a lot. Like training here, there are some people who are like lighter and fast, and I don't understand sometimes where their legs come from or how their legs make their way back into like someone like Brian Ortega, for example. It's just younger people, and it doesn't have to be younger, but there's a certain, it's almost, you're first exposed to it when it's little kids. 14, 16, 19 years old, boom, legs. And they almost have it naturally. We have to build it when you're a little bit older. You have to just almost take yourself from not so fast to becoming fast with practice. But the ability to like go from side mount to guard, it can take 2 seconds, like 1, 2, or it can take 4, or it can take 6. But whatever it's taking, you can always make it faster. And some of you right now, if you probably came here, it would be a 5, 6 second process. You shave a second a year, 1 year of practice to do it 1 second faster. Is it worth it? Of course. Of course. Okay. Thank you, my friends. Any last questions? We're feeling good. We appreciate you guys.
I want to say hi to the ones that it's doing the class for the very
first time in the class.
Yeah.
First day on Zoom. Hang out for a moment. Good to see you guys. Thank you, Adam. Good to see you. Thank you, Carrie, Colin, Aaron, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Makoto.
Bye-bye.
Van Vista, thank you.